top of the world, about to jump above it. Take it straight to the moon, 'cause we know how to rock it. Ain't no thing you can do, ain't no way to stop it. Now you're feeling it too, let's get it started. Throw your hands in the air while the beat is dropping. Acting like you don't care when everybody's watching. Just keep whipping your hair like that, you got it. Yeah, you're feeling it too, let's get it started. I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started. Charts off the meter, turn it up, blow the speakers, make them all to believers. Break through the surface, tell them open the curtains, give them all what they wanted, yeah. Now let's get it started. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? I'm ready. Let's get it started. I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it, get it. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Give me something new. Time to break loose. Take it to another level. Now we on the move. Shout if you coming with me. Going over the limit. On your mark, keep it steady. So tell me, are you ready? I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started.
And good evening, one and all. Historic Lakeland, Florida, USA International Speedway. And it is the next site for the next round of what is the exciting Northwest Pro Late Model Series. Round number 7 tonight on your home for sim racing. Good evening, I am Wesley Outland. Joined alongside is my buddy Greg Rentz from Spokane, Washington. I am in North Carolina. And of course, in the productions for Rocket Media and LSRTV is our producer, Charles Wooten and Tab now. And Greg, USA International, you can run it on pavement, you can run it on dirt on iRacing. This is a fun track. This is a track I went to back in the early 2000s when I was working with the Pro Cup Series. You actually see some of the old United Speed Alliance Racing logos on the wall, the Hooters insignia. That's where the Championship 4 Crown races used to finish at USA International, working with Gene Crane and seeing Doug Rice and Stephen Cox, and it just takes you back to memories. And this is just one of those tracks, Greg, that you love history, and it's like a memory lane for virtually coming back to this place all the time.
3/4 of a mile here in Lakeland, Florida, Wesley. This is one of the most fun tracks that iRacing has, one of the original tracks that iRacing has. And this is also, as a driver, this is my best track. I love this track. I have more wins at this facility than any other facility on iRacing. So I love this track. This track is special. This track reminds me a lot of my home track, Spokane County Raceway, which is closed now, has been for about 3 years now. This track, a 3/4 mile of that half mile up in Airway Heights, Washington. So this track, it means a lot to you. You've called the race here. This track kind of resembles my home track a little bit, so I love this place.
Yeah, man, it's an awesome facility, and we're looking forward to it tonight. Well, we got, you've got your qualifying, you got your heat races, Concy if need be, and then a 75-lap race. And I'll be honest with you, on a 3/4 mile track like this size, from this view right here, from this pan-away view, look at the size of this track. It's enough. Let's take a look at the race 411. I just mentioned kind of the format. Bottom left, heat races, mains if necessary. Yeah, 75-lap feature, by the way. It's presented by LSRTV. And we go from the bottom left to the bottom right. And your weather conditions, also presented by LSRTV. 84 degrees, 86 track temp, wind speed in virtual Florida at 13. partly cloudy, and yes, dropped down to 85. Very comfortable.
So a nice cool night here at USA for the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. These guys have been tinkering with the setups for most of the afternoon, getting it dialed in. A lot of guys, though, on a pretty basic, similar setup to each other. So it'll be interesting to see who tweaks it the most to see who it can benefit. And Wesley, remember, though, we have about halfway through this season. We've had some great racing on tracks. So I'm curious to see who's able to catapult here in USA, as this is one of those tracks where when you're getting started on iRacing, this is one of those first tracks you hit.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's honestly a fun track. It's a fun place. It's fun to watch. They're always exciting to see, and you know, you're going to see some good racing here tonight. If you've never checked out or you've never seen these guys on iRacing on USA International, you know, this is definitely something. This is going to be a treat. I promise you it will, and I think you're in for a good one. Man, we go back to what? Last week we ran the Twins at Nashville, and those were interesting on the big track, on the small track, and kick off the new year. Now we're moving into back to ourselves again, back to race mode again, 1/11/2022. And in addition to that, Greg, we're down to the home stretch, man. The idea with Eric Chaney and Dan Lawler and the guys that come up with this winter series is to just keep everybody fresh. It's to keep us fresh in the broadcast booth. It's obviously to just have some type of entertainment during the off season, because hey man, in less than a month's time, we're going to fire back up a long 30-plus week schedule for the Northwest Cup Truck and ARCA Series again.
That's coming up, and I'm looking forward to being back here for that. So I definitely am excited to see what's coming up there. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait to watch the Northwest Cup Series and Truck Series again and be here back on LSRTV. But there you see the rundown of qualifying times, Wesley, for this one. And look who's on top of the board. Kenneth Cole himself, K.C. Garber, on top right now.
Hey, by the way, let's go back to last week, Greg. There was some craziness at the end of the race. Do you think some of those virtual fisticuffs are going to return after the incidents that went on last week at Nashville?
We'll see. We'll definitely see what happens tonight. This is a big track, Wesley, so payback, typically you don't want to do it on a big track like this, but I mean, hey, you never know. You never know what's going to happen here. 20 cars have qualified so far. It's Garber, Anderson, Dilly Huffines, Briar Reynolds, Andrew Lemke, your top 5 so far.
So basically there was an exchange of words that said, and I quote, if this guy's around me next time, yeah, I'm going to crash him. I'm going to do what I can. And then we tried to give them the benefit of the doubt to speak their mind, say what they felt. And then, you know, some people did, and then others just kind of chickened out and didn't say anything else at the end. But, you know, bottom line is I think we're seeing the frustration just like real racing. These drivers, Greg, they have a passion. They want to do well. They don't want to lose. And obviously, if the opportunity presents itself, they are going to be competitive. And we see that here day in and day out when we cover broadcasts of iRacing on LSRTV.
These guys would be competitive in a water drinking contest, Wesley. That's how competitive these guys here in the Northwest are. So I'm not at all surprised to see tempers beginning to flare at a track like Nashville, of all places, on that quarter mile. It definitely did not surprise me at all to see tempers flaring at the end of that one. And we'll see if cooler heads prevail tonight. We've had a week to calm down and hopefully put one foot forward and move on. But, you know, hey, it's not up to us. It's up to those holding the steering wheel to see what happens next.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So the stage is set. We'll step away when we come back. Qualifying will be on track. Heat races and more. We're ready. Northwest Pro Late Models, you're along for the ride on your home for sim racing.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Hey, it's Wesley Outland on the set of the Bull Ring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the community radio network, at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
And we welcome you back here. We're about 2 minutes away, and understanding that qualifying has already concluded, Greg, and Kenneth Garber is the man that set fast time, and everybody looking really good. Caden Anderson and Brock Denny, they were the two drivers that got into it at Nashville on the Bull Ring at the end of the race last week, and Greg, they're in the top 10, 2 and 4 right now, positions 2 and 4 on the racetrack.
Wouldn't you have it any other way? This is going to be an interesting night. We got heat races, of course, still coming up to determine the starting lineup, but this is going to be interesting with those two drivers, both with very fast cars yet again.
And they point blank said, if they get around each other, it's over. It's done. No ifs, ands, or buts. They're not going to lose any sleep over one another. They'll put each other in the wall. And of course, I know this is iRacing. What kind of story are these guys setting up for you here? But honestly, they don't like each other, Greg. We sensed it last week. Bottom line.
Just sometimes you find a driver on track that you just don't get along with, and Brock Denny and Caden Anderson have found that, and it carries over tonight to USA International Speedway after some high-octane drama at Nashville last week. We will see what happens here tonight. Starting it off with heat races momentarily. Hello, Fatback is back in the chat. Bryce Clark as well, Aunt Kathy, the Ritters family watching as well. And Cameron Iverson, competitor in this series, not going to be able to make it tonight. So unfortunately, he's not out there tonight. But hey, thanks for coming and hanging out with us tonight, Cameron.
We certainly do, man. Hope you enjoy the race and everybody being here with us. Certainly, 3 heat races, what we've been told. 3 heat races, and we'll get ready to go here. Staging for heat race number 1 on the pole, Briar Reynolds in the car number 12 machine. I believe that's the lineup. Briar Reynolds on the pole. Superflow from Roads of Thunder, Days of Thunder, on the outside. Angel Ortega. It is Taco Tuesday, so got Angel Ortega on the front row there. Row number 2. Will find Daryl Tidrick in the 45 to his outside. 2021 ARCA Northwest champion, Ryan Bloom in the 25. Row number 3 on the grid. And we're going to find Troy Ollison in the number 49 machine to the outside. Cole Raz, Razzle Dazzle in car number 21. Moving on to row number 4, Chris Camary in the 15 to the outside. Zach Rush in the 82. Row number 5 will find nobody. 8 cars. So there you go. All right, Greg, this should be a quick one.
First of 3 heat races tonight. 8 cars in this one. And Wesley, who are you watching in this one? Because I know who I'm watching. I'm watching that guy who looks like he's starting shotgun on the field. He's out of Lake Oswego, Oregon, getting set up to race in the All-Star Showdown at Irwindale Speedway next month. I'm watching Razzle Dazzle up there up top, Cole Raz in that number 21 to make some moves.
Well, you're going to keep Cole Raz in your hindsights and parts. I'm going to say, man, I got an idea. Keep an eye on that number 25, Ryan Bloom. He just does well on short tracks and might struggle on the big speedways, but Ryan Bloom's getting bigger and better running on the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. As long as he just kind of keeps his distance, stays out of trouble in this 10-lap heat race, he's going to be all right. So 8 lap heat race is the distance again. So not a lot of cars. Everybody's going to the show. Be patient. Don't make any crazy moves. Don't tear anything up. And be there at the end, as right now the field works their way to turn number 3. It's going to be the driver of Briar Reynolds, Ortega, front row. And for the start, out of turn number 4 from the Northwest, proudly, Greg Rentz in heat number 1 coming to green.
Briar Reynolds, Angel Ortega are going to lead them to green. We're underway at USA International. First of 3 heat races. Drag race down into turn number 1. Olesen taking a peek inside of Daryl Titterick. Pitter-patter on the inside of Ortega. Trying to get off of turn number 2 as Reynolds leads off of corner number 2 down the backstretch. Titterick clears Ortega for second.
Field to work the way around the corner. Ryan Bloom shoots up the racetrack as he'll get around Raz. Kamari also will clear him. Across the line, lap 1. Briar Reynolds jumping out in front. Titterick right there in the Snell space behind him. Reynolds slips, gets a hook from the left rear, goes up into the wall, goes
the leaders,
and they're crashing. Bloom, Kamari involved. Half the field, Greg, has wrecked each other off turn 4. No caution, mind you, also.
Yeah, no cautions in the heat races, so we only got 3 drivers left up here up front. It's Ortega, Olesen, and Cole Raz. You're looking at second place Troy Olsen, who bobbles a little bit, and Cole Raz is not going to shy down from a chance to capitalize on that one. He's there door to door into 3 and 4. Raz, Olesen, side by side off of turn number 4. They'll drag race down. Oh, and another break loose there by Olsen. Great save by the 49 and great camera work as well as Raz clears, and now he sets his sights on Ortega. 3 down, 5 to go.
Yeah, we got a little impatience there for those guys. They shot it off into that turn, and we'll have to reset. Remember, there's no caution flags in these heat races. Right now, we're halfway home. 4 down and 4 to go, Ortega. There's that 49 of Ollison's machine. Solid white car. Trying to come after the 21 of Raz. And as you said, Greg, Raz is moved up to position number 2 with 3 laps to go.
That's a pretty large gap back to Ortega. Just under a second. Now over a second, kind of depending on where you are on the racetrack, of course, but over and around 9/10 of a second. That's a big ask for Cole Raz to try to close that in 3 laps. Fortunately, good news is, unlike what you see in real life, they're going to have a fresh car for this race, so Raz can go ahead and give it all he's got to try to get up there, but no real difference in lap time there with 2 to go. As you look at second place, Cole Raz. Angel Ortega still sitting at about a second up. I think he's looking smooth right now. Yee on the back bumper as he's going to come down and see the white flag. Angel Ortega looking for a heat race win. He's 3/4 of a mile away from as the white flag falls.
Yeah, I think he's very happy in his position right now as he works his way. Ortega on Taco Tuesday in that number 10 elite entry. Back straight away. Final time, Ortega, Raz, Olesen, Kamari in heat number 1. That Chevrolet settles out of turn 4. Start-finish line, virtual flash bulbs popping. And heat number 1 will go to that awesome Dayglow yellow, orange, and or Dayglow yellow black entry of Ortega. Cole Raz will settle for second. Troy Olesen third. Kamari, and then Kamari, Titterick, Reynolds, and Bloom, especially Reynolds and Bloom, several laps down. Zach Rush never took the green, but several laps down for Reynolds and Bloom as they got caught up in damage on the start of heat race number 1. Heat number 2, getting ready to grid, and they'll get ready to go for another 8 laps of 3 heat races. And Greg, you're taking the first heat, man, and we'll let you give the starting lineup for the second heat as well.
First heat race, a lot of action, but nice momentum there from Raz and Ortega. Ortega coming away with the win. We'll see what race number 2 has in store for us. Dan Lowther on the pull out of Boise, Idaho, in the number 63 with Cookie Monster Colton Garber to his outside in the number 59. On the second row, Bryce Beatty in the number 26 from the Yakima area alongside Austin Ackerman in the 05. David Cannon in the number 19 will start inside of row number 3 with Alex Duda to the outside of him. Looks like one more row. It's Terry Ackerman, the older uncle of Austin Ackerman, and fatback Bryce Clark back in the field tonight in the 93.
So there's the lineup. And the field is getting set. for the next preliminary lap. We'll get ready to go here. Another 8
And
laps.
filing in as well.
Dan Lowther, who you riding with? Who you riding with for this one here? You said Lowther. I'll tell you who I'm going with real quickly. I'm going to say keep an eye on Colton Garber. He's my pick.
Keep your eyes on that 59 on the outside, Colton Garber. And yeah, ooh, I don't like that so much, but I got to roll with the 63 of Dan Lowther. He has proven time and time again that this car really seems to benefit his driving style. He won that Snowflake 100 we had on LSRTV last year. You can catch that in the LSRTV archives, and while you're down there, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. You'll get notified every time we go live on LSRTV for another great night of sim racing. But here we come to a green flag night number 2, or race number 2, I should say, field in the hands of Dan Lowther. As they come off, he's going to punch the gas. We're underway.
Field in that starting zone, green flag in the air. It's Lowther and Garber, front row, side by side. They'll send it off into turn 1. Lowther will hug the bottom of the racetrack. The outside lane will open up now for Garber. Inside lane comes now Ackerman, Cannon, Beatty now in the mix. He'll clear him for second as they go to 3.
Bryce Beatty, impossible to miss him in that bright pink. Number 26 is around. Goes a couple of cars. That's Cannon and Ackerman, Austin Ackerman, the younger one. And again, no cautions in this heat race as Ackerman got up on the wall there. Gets going. The O'Reilly Auto Parts entry. Trying to get it rolling as they all try to track down Dan Lowther. But Bryce Beatty, he can make some noise in this one before the end as they come off to complete lap number 2.
All right, so they got another lap in. As it's Lowther now, pulling away from Beatty and Garber. We'll keep an eye on the Ackerman family, see if they can get back, especially the 05. Clark, Cannon, 8 cars all on the racetrack. They're going to come to the line and 5 to go. Battle heated up now for P2 as Beatty and Garber go at it again down into turn number 1.
Garber trying to close in on Beatty. Garber again out of the famous Garber family out of right here in my neck of the woods, Spokane, Washington. Colton hasn't been racing a whole lot lately, but getting involved in iRacing. Got a chance to talk with him a couple nights ago up at the State Line Speedway banquet. He said he was really enjoying iRacing, and especially this class, this Pro Late model. He's really been enjoying it, and I'm watching for him to make some big gains here. There's another car off the pace up back there. Oh, who was that? Was that Duda in the number 24 off the pace? Yes, it was. Oh, we got a big wreck here off of turn number 2.
Oh, wow. Yes, we do. Trouble. Oh, my. Uh-oh. That's not good. And no caution, though. And that's the thing. No yellow flags in these heat races. Unless it's like a everybody's taking out Lowther dirt tracks it off forward. Wow. 2 to go. What a save by Dan Lowther. Beatty and Garber still going at it for P2, but Lowther pulls away with 1.
He's not afraid to do a little dirt tracking here on iRacing. Spends some time in the 305 sprint cars. There's a little bit of a blinky blink, but nothing too major there for Dan Lowther. He'll see the white flag this time by as Duda and Garber, or Beatty and Garber, excuse me, out for second.
Yeah, that's right. Them final laps going on. They CRN 1 to go. So they go down into turn number 1 and 2 for the final time. Looking really strong. Hard run. Lowther back straightaway. Coming across the start-finish line now, and the last lap is his as he hits the back straightaway now. Turn 4, checkered flag, and heat number 2 to Dan Lowther. Good strong run, 63. I think we underestimated him, Greg. Dan Lowther getting it done. Bryce Beatty in the second spot. My car pick. Colton Garber falling back to 3rd. David Cannon. Ackerman, after wrecking, coming back into the top 5. And then, of course, Bryce Clark, Terry Ackerman, Alex Duda. That's the rundown there in heat race number 2. All right, Greg, heat number 3, buddy. We'll let you give the lineup here for that one as that is getting staged, and that is the final heat race of the night before we go 75 laps.
See how it goes. We're going to have Andrew Lemke on the pole, and look who's on the outside looking for a bounce back after a frustrating night last week. It's Big Bird, Eric Cheney up there in the number 76. Inside of row number 2, the tool man, Troy Daggett with Binford Tools. On inside row number 2, alongside him, TK Tyler Kim in the 38. I see Clifford, Toby Ritters. Budweiser colors flying high as usual in the number 32, Dana Rogers. And that Castrol GTX number 13 shotgun on the field for this one will be Kyle Matthews in the number 29. We've got 23 cars in the field tonight.
We got multitasking going on right now. Jackie is watching the Alabama-Auburn basketball Iron Bowl right now. She's watching the broadcast of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series, and she's also on her phone with her sister at East Carolina University at the same time. That's multitasking. That's literally 3 things at one time. Video chat with somebody, watching a basketball game, and watching iRacing. Greg, that's dedication, ain't it, buddy? I mean, seriously.
That's quite the accomplishment. I don't know if I could pull that off. But see, I'm having a hard enough time. I'm having a hard enough time with this and trying to keep an eye on the Chili Bowl as well. It's Chili Bowl week, so you know we got to be keeping an eye on
Chili
that
Bowl
as well.
Do you at least make you a bowl of chili on the week of the Chili Bowl? Do you at least make a bowl of chili?
I will for the A-Main on Saturday. Wait, no, I won't. I'm gonna be at a banquet on Saturday, so I'll have to watch it on Art's iPad with him at the banquet.
I got you. It'll be on MAV TV, by the way. MAV TV, Motorsports Network. 8 p.m. Eastern. DCB and the A-Main. Huh? Here we go. Green flag in the air. We're underway.
Look at that. Look at Daggett getting right up on the back of Lemke. Mo power here for Daggett, trying to get around Lemke. Shuts the door on Cheney, but Big Bird takes a look to the inside. He wants some redemption. Not to be had there. He slides in. Ooh, a little bit of a bobble there from Cheney. In that number 76. He leads lap number 1. And trying to clear Lemke, and does. Cheney to the lead off of turn number 2.
Yeah. There's Cheney up in front. Cheney, Big Bird. Why is he not driving a yellow car? I don't understand that. He's up in front, though, with the 76. Lemke right there behind him. Daggett into the inside of them. Binford Tools entry, as Greg mentioned earlier. Coming after Lemke for P2. 6 laps remaining. 2 now make it 3 in. They come to the line. All Cheney off turn 4, but not by much.
As Cheney tries to ride it out here. Taking the laps away. We're going to be 3 down, 5 to go. Going to be halfway this next time by. Here for the 76 of Eric Cheney over Andrew Lemke. Toby Ritters has pulled into the pits in the number 32. Rest of the field within 2 seconds of each other.
And everybody's still playing nice for the time being, but still Lemke still showing the strong suit, if you will. Boy, this one coming out of the wire here with still Cheney out in front, halfway home. Oh, my. Daggett bouncing off the wall. He kicked the right rear sideways, dirt tracked it, saves it. Rails back in, Lemke 1, 2, and 3. It's Cheney off 2. We're halfway home and now 3 to go.
Eric Cheney leading the way, looking for a heat race victory. Lemke and Daggett. Remember Troy Daggett in that number 9, he made the Final 4 of the ARCA series. You were talking about Ryan Bloom winning that championship. Daggett was one of those guys he had to win it against at the last race of the year.
He certainly did, buddy. Tell you what. And still plenty of time. Back across the line. This time by white flag in the air. CRN1 to go in the feature. But one more time around for Cheney. Big Bird out in front of the Chevrolet number 76. Back straightaway, Lemke. Oh, he bounced off the wall. Back straightaway, final time into turn 3, Greg.
Cheney with a little bit of a dirt track there, but not going to do it this time. Gets his redemption, Eric Cheney with the heat race win.
Eric Cheney getting heat race number 3. There you go, Greg. Give the rest of the lineup there the results of heat number 3.
Today's race is brought to you by the letter R for redemption for Eric Cheney. Lemke comes home in second. Troy Daggett, Tyler Kim, Dana Rogers, Kyle Matthews, and Toby Ritters rounds out the top 7.
And as the letter R is for redemption, the R word is next for a race coming up. 75 laps. They're going to get a quick warm-up, but we are going to step away. Course from USA International. Here they come roaring onto the racetrack. Quick warm-up session, and then we're going racing here on the 3/4 mile. Stay with us on your home for sim racing. LSRTV, the Northwest Pro Late Model Series A main is next.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Hey, it's Wesley Outlet on the set of the Bull Ring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the community radio network, at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
Hey, by the way, Finish Line returns tomorrow. And I know my producer's going to be happy, Greg, because it's not going to be in the morning anymore. You're going to be happy if you're West Coast people because it's going to be later on in the day. We are going live for the 2022 edition of Finish Line tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 Central, 11 a.m. Pacific, on Fox Sports Radio affiliates, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and of course, thanks to LSRTV Productions, you can also be able to check out the drivers and the guests. Guests include, how about this, Greg? Bubba Pollard, winner at New Smyrna Speedway, of course, one of the greats of super late model pavement racing, and even dirt. He's on the show tomorrow. Kyle Lynch, winner of a controversial New Year's Bash at Dillon Motor Speedway, which will air soon on MAV TV. If you're a subscriber to Racing America, you can see it. I did it over the weekend with that broadcast. He won the event after Bobby Tumbleston got disqualified at the scales, and we've had him formerly on Finish Line. Caden Honeycutt just signed with Autos by Nelson and Bobby McCarty, race teammate. He's going to be joining us in hour 1. Amber Balkin from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, is joining us to talk about her new NASCAR ARCA endeavors. Cody King, and also Peyton Freeman from MPM Marketing Racing Teams. Our clients are joining us. Cody King's got some big plans driving with Leap Racing. Peyton Freeman, a dirt racer, hooking up with a pavement client company like Tanya McAllister and MPM Marketing. Tomorrow, Greg, 2 p.m. Eastern afternoon, Finish Line. Don't miss it. Going to be a good guest lineup, too. What do you think? Right out of the gate, Greg.
It's going to be a good one, Wesley. I'm excited to see if I can tune in if I get a chance to. I'm definitely looking forward to being able, and you're right, I do like that later start time here on the West Coast.
Yeah, man, that was one thing me and producer Charles and Jeff talked about, and I talked about with some other guys, and I was just like, please, guys, please, let's consider, you know, at least after the Christmas, New Year to do this at a different time. And finally, after 4 years, they're giving me an afternoon spot. And, hey, listen, it's up to our viewer base. We got to have our viewers. We got to have our numbers. And if the numbers are good, then, you know, we'll keep it. If not, obviously, then they'll probably bump me back down to the morning spot. But I don't want to have that happen. But anyhow, finish line tomorrow. It's go time here, though, at USA International Virtual on iRacing. By the way, did you see the new updates on the Daytona and Watkins Glen iRacing updates? Man, they're awesome. Just did a race there with the NASRA series. Anyhow, we're going now from Daytona in Florida to the other side of Florida for short track racing at USA. Troy Allison on the outside, the Team 126 Racing starting lineup. Row number 2, we're going to find Andrew Lemke in the 5, Bryce Beatty in the 26. Row 2. Row 3 on the grid, Cole Ravs in 21, Eric Cheney in the number 76. Row number 4, we're going to find Dan Lowry along with Angel Ortega. By the way, those are your heat race winners. Top 4, row 4, row 5 on the grid. Brock Denny, Dylan Huffines in the top 10. Row number 6. You're going to find Caden Anderson and Kenneth Garber. Yeah, that should be interesting, shouldn't it? And then we move on now to row number 7, Troy Daggett and Chris Camary. And that's your first 14, as my buddy will give the rest of the lineup here to the starting grid of 28.
Starting off with David Cannon in the number 19, with TK Tyler Kim here in the number 38. Rounding it out here for the top 20, we've got Daryl Tidrick, Peter Patter in the number 45 with Austin Ackerman in 05. Top 20 rounded out here tonight by Dana Rogers and Briar Reynolds, 12 and 13. Final few cards, Bryce Clark back in the 93 with Kyle Matthews. I believe this will be our final row, possibly Ryan Bloom and Terry Ackerman. We'll see who else is here as the final few come down. There's Toby Ritters and Zach Rush, who did not start the heat race. Row number 13 and Wesley. That's it, 26 cars, and we're coming to a green flag.
Ready for the field to make their way for a start this time by. They're down the back straightaway. What's so unusual with USA International back in the day, and it's honestly the truth, as somebody that done a race there in the Pro Cup Series days, the back straightaway and the front stretch grandstands and the tower look almost identical, but it's actually differently done. Turn 4, here they come on the main straightaway on the Hooters flag stand, green in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a virtual race. Round 7, Northwest Pro Late Models, USA International, green, 75 laps, and Allison jumping out in front of Garber in the early lead to the back straightaway. They go to speed, single file, then 2x2x2x2, like Noah leading the animals to the arc at turn number 4 and lap number 1, Grego.
Olsen leads lap number 1 down, 74 to go. As Troy Olsen leads. Look at Angel Ortega up there, 3 wide, and around goes the guy that a lot of people made.
Something amiss.
Difficulties in the production booth, but we had a big one there off of turn number 2 on lap 2. Take a look. Contact with Brock Denny.
Oh, Denny got in a Lowther. Denny got in a Lowther, and then it just caused a pile up. Oh, wow. Man, come on. What a shame there.
Let's take a look. See, again, we apologize for the technical difficulties in the production truck. Working on getting those rectified as soon as possible. Troy Olsen out in the lead over Bryce Beatty in second. Garber, Andrew,
and they
Cole
are still
top 5.
We're on lap in this event. As wow. Allison jumped out in front quickly, and then you got that solid purple 26 machine in the number 2 spot. Bryce Beatty, Colton Garber, Andrew Lemke, Cole Rapp. Is there some type of a signal at the production studio? They're working on trying to get that fixed and resolved. And we're not a fan of Spectrum right now either. And I know for a fact, because I have it in North Carolina, and they are not, well, I'm not going to go into details, but the internet is not, the internet, it comes and goes, honestly. So we'll do our best to keep this broadcast up. We'll do our best to keep it up, obviously. Every valiant effort made, as we're still under the laps do count. That's a good thing, Greg. It's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Because obviously you don't want to knock off laps constantly under yellow flag. But 6 of 75 right now. 5 lights are off for the pace car. And we're going to try to do this again when they come back to the restart zone.
We're going to try this one again. It'll be lap 7. We go racing. Second time, got 1 lap in. Where that caution came out. Olsen, Beatty. Coming around, green flag.
Back to it again. We'll see how they all work their way down into the restart zone into turn number 2 to the back straightaway. Allison Beatty pulling away from Garber. Lemke now moves up to 3rd to the outside lane. Garber throws the block back on the bottom of the racetrack, carries Ortega and Raz with him. Ortega on the outside, Raz on the inside. Right there is also Dylan Huffines. Dilly now, 7 of 75. Lemke under attack to lose 3rd. Garber after him in Team PFC to the backstretch going to 1.
Reel in the field as well and shake that one off. Where did Anderson go, Wesley? Aiden Anderson has fallen outside of the top 20. The caution is out. Aiden Anderson falling all the way down to 19th. Something happened to the 137.
Yep, caution out again. Well, let's watch this again, see what happened. Caution is out. Yellow flag, cautions breed cautions. Here we go again.
Kyle Matthews involved in that one, so we'll see if we can pick up what happened. Number 29 car. Austin Ackerman, Daryl Tidrick around him. Check up. So still clean and green there. There's Anderson in the 137. Oh! Kyle Matthews. Down to Caden Anderson. There's contact there from Cheney. We're going to have to pick up that 137 and see what happened to Caden Anderson there, because he was up in the top 8, and then all of a sudden, he fell back almost outside of the top 20. Perhaps. At the 137, understanding the internet issues in the production truck, not going to allow us to figure out what happened to Anderson, but he was up in the top 10. And he fell back to about 20th, and you saw the contact there with Kyle Matthews.
So, yeah, guys, the same thing that's going on with them. The others that are watching it, it's affected us in the broadcast as well. So we're trying our efforts to just continue as best as we can to stay with it, but obviously the internet of the production truck is not doing the best right now, so we'll try our best to give it to you, though. Allison is still the one out in front, and the number Allison, Bryce Beatty in 2nd, Andrew Lemke, Colton Garber, Cole Raz, your top 5. They're going to come around this time by, I believe, take the 1 to go. The lights will go off on the pace car, and let's try to go again here. And honestly, we've ran 12 laps. And sincerely, Greg, the most have been under caution.
I think we've only gotten 3 or 4 green flag laps in so far. Product of short track racing. Good news is this one's only 75 laps long, and caution laps will count, so it will tick away pretty quickly here. Look at who's up in 6th, Wesley, as they come to this green flag. Dylan Huffline's making his way up. As the green flag falls, he's got Brock Denny behind him, and there's fast time Casey Garber as well.
Back to the restart zone, green flag. They'll send it back into turn 1, 13 of 75. And Ollison on the jump. Beatty falling back there to second. They're all single file. Ollison protects the bottom. Ollison back there to make the move on Beatty. Beatty gave him a punt there.
Out.
And we have another caution out again. Just as fast as we go to green, yellow flag, and I believe it's Briar Reynolds involved in the 12. And instant replay presented by Polk's Poppers. Watch the 12 Superflow car. Chevrolet, it looks a lot like the car. It looks like the car Cole Trickle drove from Days of Thunder. Is that Caden Anderson there?
Oh, Daryl Titter gets the wall in front of him and bounces down, and Briar Reynolds nowhere to go.
Oh, man. What's up, break?
Break for Briar. And number 12 under caution for the 3rd time here today. 1, 2, 3 cautions.
Well,
connection issues continue. We apologize again.
60 laps to go. We got 60 laps to go, Greg, and I promise you, whatever's going on is at the production truck. It's not at Greg or my house, but it's affected all of us. So those that are watching it, you're seeing it, it's happening to us also. What are these people talking about? Oh, yeah. A lot of anger in the production truck right now. 15 of 75 laps. It's 60 laps to go. Greg, obviously, man, right now you think just being patient. Obviously, still 60 laps remaining. I mean, no need to try to be impatient and go after the lead or anything like that at the moment.
Oh, honestly, the way this race is unfolding, I think if you're back in like 8th or 9th, if you're only getting 2-3 green flag laps at a time, you want to try to get as much headway as you can up there to try to get yourself up to the front. And if you're these guys up here, like Ollison, Beatty, Lemke, guys we're not used to seeing up at the front per se, this could play into their advantage with all these caution laps. Look at Cole Raz, Dylan Huffines, Colton Garber's up there. Brock Denny hasn't been able to make a whole lot of headway because we've just been under caution for so much. This may benefit these guys, and all they got to do is try to keep their nose clean.
Yeah, that's honestly what I was thinking. And Ollison just honestly doing what he needs to do currently right now just to be out of trouble, be in the right place, stay at the right time, and when it counts the most, go after it. Oh, man. It's bad enough Auburn. It's bad enough Alabama got beat. Well, actually, props to Georgia for the national championship. Look, they ain't won a national football championship in 41 years. They beat Alabama, which is, you know me, Greg, I'm a diehard, ride-or-die Alabama fan. My girlfriend's actually an Auburn fan, so, but, you know, she had she rooted on Alabama last night in Georgia. But anyhow, tonight was the basketball Iron Bowl. And, yeah, Auburn beat Alabama 81-77 to win. So, yeah, congrats. I'll say it on a broadcast. War Eagle. Auburn Tigers.
He said it.
I know you're tickled to death
All right,
to have the
Troy
49ers in the playoffs like I am for the Steelers as well. So, I dread having to play Kansas City Sunday.
You should have seen Just see my reaction inside a local watering hole named Buffalo Wild Wings when the 49ers clinched their playoff spot. It was, especially because I live in Washington, I live in Seahawk territory. What?
Did you see that restart? I mean, they made it single file. That's what they did. It was a single file restart.
That was the third caution, single file. Whoa! Up the track goes Lemke in the number 5. Too much power.
Oh!
There in the number 5.
Lemke right in front of Garber.
That'll
with a
begin
save
the for the lead.
there.
Bryce Beatty. Hey, Bryce Beatty wants the lead. He took a peek on Olson there in the number 49. Pink 26 making a move. After Troy Olson right now in the 49. Garber lurking back there. This is the battle for 4th right now between Mo Power and Cookie Monster. Dylan Huffines right back there. Dilly. Angel Ortega, Brock Denny, and then Casey Garber up in 9th with Troy Daggett. Hanging out. Oh, man.
Yeah, like I said, basically, you know, I'm a big Alabama fan, but the Iron Bowl of basketball was tonight, and Auburn won. So, War Eagle, good job, Jackie. Happy for you. Roll Tide. We got round 2 at Auburn coming up. Maybe we can return the favor. So, and man, Baylor, number 1 in the nation, got beat tonight. Couldn't believe that one. So, 22-75. We're closing in on a quarter of the way of 1/3, and there goes the caution again. We're coming up on a quarter distance completed with about 2/3 left. But there you see a caution out again, Greg. We got to find out what happened, and I think we're finally starting to get back to some camera reality working good too.
Don't jinx it. Caution's out for the 4th time here tonight. Tonight's race is brought to you by the color yellow. As Olson, Beatty, Raz, your top 3 as we look to see if we can find the cause of the caution. Not seeing anything so far. Looked up at the tower. I didn't see anyone in particular really dropping down a whole bunch of positions. 27 cars. 27 cars registered for this one. Looks like 26 still remain. Toby Ritter's out of the race.
Yeah, like I said, we'll try this out and
We'll be 1/3 of the way.
Time. Yep. Well, Ollison is out in front. We're 24 of 75 laps. There comes Brian Reynolds coming by. He recently got a caution, so. Still a flag. Ollison. You got to remember, they don't pit unless they, you know, they don't do tire changes or any of that stuff unless they have a flat tire. I mean, if you get a flat tire, obviously it's damage on your car. And
the only time you'll see these guys pitting is for damage repair. Like
yeah, and that takes time away from them on the pit lane because you can't get fast repairs.
Not in this series.
Hey, they just wrapped up night number 2 of the, of course, 31st Lucas Oil Chili Bowl Nationals at Tulsa. How about Alex Bowman winning last night? Wasn't that pretty cool?
That was cool. That was neat to see. Good for him.
I like seeing the opportunity for these preliminary guys to get the chance to get some exposure and, you know, get recognized, and I think it's really cool. So 25 laps completed. We got about 50 laps to go. He's Greg Rentz. I'm Wesley Outland. And some technical issues, but I think we're trying to come out of it now. Dan Lowther coming off of the pit lane. Lights are off of the pace car. And we will try to settle them back in for the restart here.
Looks like it's going to be
One more time.
we go green.
Yes.
Got a question about the flip count. At last update I had gotten, it was up to 19. That was during the heat races, so haven't been able to check in to see what the current number is.
19.
19 for the flip count right now as the green flag falls. Cole Raz to the inside of Bryce Beatty for second.
Green flag back out. Ready to close in on halfway, by the way, in the next 10 laps, too.
Ooh, car in the wall. Was that Lemke? The number 5 scraping the wall there off of turn number 4. Coming up to begin lap number 30 as we come off turn number 2 down the backstretch this time. Single file. It's Olesen, Beatty, Raz, Huffines, Lemke, your top 5. Here comes Brock Denny. Broccoli to the inside, looking to try to crack the Casey Garber with him.
Trying to go after him into the corner. Yep. 30 of 75.
Traffic ahead. Oh no, that Big Bird? Is that Big Bird in the 76? 3
It
wide.
is Cheney. Oh man, come on, Cheney.
Had a rough go at
Big
the
Bird just
RC
can't
track
catch a
here
break,
in
can he?
Spokane Saturday night too. He had a rough go RC racing in his first night back at the track, so the tough luck continues for the Big Bird. See right here, top, what we got here, the top 8 or 9 on screen right now. How about Scary Camary up there in the Napa Know-How? Oh, no, that's not him. I saw different car than what I thought. He's up in 11th right now. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide here for the second spot as Raz and Beatty go to battle, and Huffines right back there, and Beatty washes up the track. May have been a little bit of contact between him and the Razzle Dazzle as he's going to fall all the way back. Get passed by Huffines and Denny maybe. Barber lurking there as well as we're pretty much halfway now. A little bit more before halfway. My apologies. I did not do my math correctly. I'm bad at math, and that's why I'm an announcer. Ooh, and there's
Lap
the
33.
number 26 of
Yep.
Beatty.
Coming after him back to the back stretch of the 3. And remember, off of 2 now, actually. They're working 3 and 4. Bedford Tools entry. We got a caution. Oh, no, we got a problem. Caution out just
happens.
before halfway.
We did need this car. Saw on screen. It's the 22 of Terry Ackerman. 2021 Roadrunner champion at State Line Speedway, dabbing into iRacing here for the first time this offseason. Picked up a championship. Caution is out. It was not Ackerman.
Yep, we'll see it. Yep, well, Allison rolling again. So
He's going to have a new contender up there behind him. Cole Raz and Dylan Huffines and Brock Denny making headway up there too. So Troy Allison having a great showing tonight in the number 49, but look at the hounds behind him. You've got Cole Raz, you've got Dylan Huffines, Brock Denny, Casey Garber. All former winners on LSRTV. So this is going to be an interesting one. Can Allison hold them off?
Allison so far has literally stayed up in front in that number 49 machine. Well, the Chevrolet of Allison, again, the one that's leading the way, and we're closing in on halfway as well. Greg, a lot of caution flags. I'm just being honest here. Let's not mince anything around it. A lot of yellows, and it's hurting the outcome of the racing right now for the most part, but hopefully they can have the second half be a lot less caution-filled.
Hey, Troy Allison's saying, keep those cautions coming. Keep them coming. I've led every lap thus far.
That's
We're
true.
halfway. And look at who's behind me. Keep those cautions coming. This race could go yellow the rest of the way, and I'll be happy. But, you know, the rest of them, they're wanting a chance to come back here and take another shot. The sedan does a little monster truck in there on the backstretch.
You're definitely correct on that. All right, I think the lights are going to go off on the pace car here. We're just at halfway now, completed this time by 38 down, 37 to go. And no, they're going to go another lap under caution. I thought they were going to come to 1 to go. I guess if they get a caution, what do they go? Three laps, 3 to 4 laps?
I think we've been seeing around 4 or 5, so about that. We'll see. See Cole Raz, Razzle Dazzle. And then number 27. Sitting in the second position. Behind Troy Allison. How about it for Troy Allison? Breakout into number 49. That's a great number, by the way. Number 49. We're going to the playoffs. Allison leading the way.
I was happy for you. I was happy for you. Both of our teams are in the playoffs.
I've been saying at work, just to irritate people, that the 49ers and Steelers are going to the Super Bowl against each other and it's destiny, and a lot of people are not too happy with it right now.
Destiny?
Destiny. The 49ers and the Steelers are going to Super Bowl!
You think the 49ers and Steelers are going to the Super Bowl? Well,
No.
I appreciate your confidence in that, but I think
it's going to be Packers.
Barely going to survive against Kansas City in the wild card.
It's going to be Green Bay and Kansas City. Green flag is out.
I think it might be Green Bay and Tennessee. What do you think? Tennessee's got a good program this year. Yeah.
We'll discuss that more at the next caution as the green flag falls. I have thoughts.
Green flag back out.
Olison leads over Raz, Huffines.
We'll see what happens. We're halfway through. Oh my goodness. Yep, here he comes. Here he comes. Dilly Dilly now also up there is Raz on the inside. Can he get him?
Oh, contact between Olson and Raz, and Denny's going to take a peek to the outside of Huffines. He shuts the door. And Casey Garber right there.
Oh no, Allison
sideways. And there it is. Olson gives up the lead, and Cole Raz takes the lead away just past halfway.
Wow.
Raz trying to lead the way over Huffines. Here comes Dilly to the inside, but here's the thing. We've seen this time and time again here on LSRTV. When Cole Raz gets the lead, it's tough to get around him. Wake Oswego driver getting set to compete at Irwindale. Leading the way, coming to 30 laps to go. Huffines is there in second. There's Brock Denny in third. Back-to-back wins coming into tonight. Swept Nashville, looking for 3 in a row, 4 on the year, but he has to answer to the Garber behind him. The number 96, right. KC Garber.
Can you say shootout time? For sure. Wow.
Shootout time. Denny
time.
Working on Huffines. Oh, Raz with a little bit of a bobble. That could help out Dilly Dilly. Wonder if Caden's watching tonight. His girlfriend, Caden Moran's been dipping into iRacing a little bit here and there. She's a former late model champion up at State Line in Wenatchee. I wonder if she's tuned in tonight. If so, hello, Caden. Oh, Beatty in the wall off of turn number 4. And the caution is out once again.
Another caution. So we'll find out what's going on here. Yellow flag out. Cole Raz out in front. There's Tendrick at 45. Got to wonder if something happened to the 45 of Tendrick. We'll watch the Chevrolet as he worked his way into turn number 3. Tendrick.
Eyes on Daryl.
Daryl Tendrick.
Still green at this point. Still green. Still green.
Was it in front of him?
Green light's still on.
Yeah. Well.
And I don't see anything right now. I'm kind of glancing around, and I don't see anything that could cause a caution unless we went way back. Chasing down Tyler Kidd.
There it goes. There it
Daryl
goes.
gets loose in turn number 1. There's your caution. Come on, Derry. Figure it out.
Right?
Figure it out, Derry.
So, a 25-lap shootout. Time is running out for people to get around now. Razzle-dazzle after Allison led most of the way. A putt to the side by Allison, but he was able to continue along. Now Cole Raz, Dylan Huffines, Brock Denny now move into the top 3. Now 50 laps down, 25 laps to go when they come back around. And again, no fast repairs. You wreck, for the most part, you're done. And hard to believe, Greg, again, this is round 7, my friend. We're down to the final 3 races next week.
Hard to believe we're already in the second half. Hello, Wendy, watching at home as well. Down to the final 3 races of the season. Raz, Huffines, Denny, Garber. How about Troy Daggett up there in the top 6 now?
And I tell you what, this is fun times, and we enjoyed the Northwest, of course. Greg, I know everybody's getting pumped up. What is it, season 9 coming up? We did season 7 and 8 together. Season 9. Obviously, Samuel Dyer also helped us out, but season 9 coming up for the Northwest Cup Truck Series. Obviously, season 3 for Cup if they continue at Cup. Season 9 for the Truck Series, and of course, a lot of people don't know this, but that's the marquee of the Northwest. Obviously, we have the cool Pro Late Model Series, the ARCA Program Cup. You know, we've done some other things, but Greg, you know this. The trucks, that is the premier class for the Northwest Pro Late Model Series for sure, or the Northwest Racing Series.
We have had TV and back in the old days under another name for years. We're so excited to do it one more time. Here in 2022, you'll be able to catch all the action here on LSRTV. Your home for sim racing, your home for a shootout here. Double file, green flag.
Back to the line, green flag, or back to it again. Back straight away, the 3. Denny's coming. Denny, remember, he swept Nashville last week. He's trying to go for a hat trick, if you will, Greg, if you can. Under 25 to go, back to turn 1. And
Cannon Anderson gets into Troy Daggett behind him. Stay
Anderson
green.
and Daggett. Kamari clears him.
Mary with a lot of damage. Daggett with a lot of damage.
Wow.
Stay green somehow, and that has wiped out the 9 of Troy Daggett. heartbreaker there for the Binford Tools entry. He's going to have no choice. He's going to have to come in. Let's see if we can get a Pulse Poppers replay here. See what happened. This was a battle for 5th position. See if we're able to go back enough. Because after the fact, there was contact. And the internet issues continuing in the trailer, so not sure we'll be able to get it, but you can see the damage there. The back of the 9 car, Troy Daggett. And there he is on pit road. Heartbreak for Troy Wesley heating up.
Shootout time for sure. We're under 20 laps to go as Raz, the man out in front. By the way, one of those real spears. SRL Southwest Tour drivers, they're getting ready for Irwindale coming up. And the showdown, the winner's showdown, the winner's shootout. Yep.
Side by side for third. Garber got to the inside of Denny. Ooh, Garber got the apron a little bit there. That's going to help out Brock a little bit. And look who's lurking in 5th. Caden Anderson in the 137. The inside. Garber loose. But he hangs on as Huffines goes to work on Raz for the lead as Anderson lurking now to go after Garber. Denny able to clear it, and Huffines to the outside. He falls back in line. Coming to 16 laps to go.
There is the 137. And that is Anderson's car. Obviously, he has not become an official member yet, Greg, because the 1 is still on the ride for the driver to Yakima, Washington. He's behind the 96 machine as they work their way. That's Garber. And that's your top 5 along with Raz, Huffines, and Denny in front of them. 1, 2, and 3. 15 to go. Single file. Everyone playing possum at the moment. But Raz and Huffines pulling away. Here comes Denny reeling them again on a 3. He's got those fruity pebbles. They're great. He's going to send it after those guys on the front straightaway. And 14 to go.
Trying to reel in Huffines and Raz as there's Casey Garber, who set fast time tonight. Multi-time mini stock champion here in the Northwest. Trying to track down Denny, a multi-time Legends champion. Go after Huffines and Raz for the win here on LSRTV at USA International. This is a track that a lot of drivers who race on oval, if you want to race on oval, you got to start here. It's here, Charlotte, Oxford, and a couple other tracks, but this is where you primarily start racing at on the oval servers here on iRacing. Right. This is a home game for a lot of drivers back to when they started out, and they all want to be in victory lane here at USA International in Lakeland, Florida. Huffines with a bobble. 12 laps to go, and that's going to allow Denny to get to the inside.
Raz and Huffines, and there's up the racetrack. Denny inside Garber, door to door. And for that moment, now back single file. 12 laps to go, 11 to go. Home stretch, down the stretch they come. And Raz is the man leading them. Raz, Huffines, Denny, 1, 2, and 3. Single file. Greg, it's like a restrictor plate race for NASCAR or for the Northwest Cup trucks. When do you make your move? When do you break out of line? It seems like a super speedway race right now for Raz and the Pro Late models off of turn 2.
And for every single one of these guys, that further back you get, the less time you in 5th, you got to start going now. If you're Garber, you probably want to start going now. Caution's out. That's going to change everything.
Now that changes everything, just like you just said.
Dan Lowther, the 63, Austin Ackerman, the 05.
This changes everything.
And look at Austin Ackerman getting loose in the 05. Backs it up and looks like he kept it off everyone. Oh, Dan Lowther just squeaks through.
And I'll be honest with you, Greg, I think we just saw possibly the longest green flag run of the night right there. Ackerman
without
again with a 0.5 going around. Huff finds, there you go. So there is Cole Raz still leading. Dylan Huff finds right there at the number 2 spot. Obviously, the Nashville sweeper Brock Denny back behind him. Garber also in a good spot. Caden Anderson, top 5. Greg, I have to say it. I have to shudder it. Denny and Anderson, they're right there with each other in 3rd and 5th. Do we have a Nashville flashback?
Maybe.
Thank you very much, Cameron Iverson. I appreciate the comment. Quick shout out to the best announcers on the sim. I appreciate that, sir. We'll try this with a shootout coming up. And honestly, yeah, we've had some technical problems, and I don't think we've all been in our game, but yeah, we'll try to bring this to the finish here. So obviously, we have 2 attempts at overtime if need be, Greg. That's on the cards if need be, but man, yeah, you got, in my opinion, and we said this when we came on, who's your pick, who you're riding with in the heat races? Greg, the best of the best right there in the top 5. Any of those cats can win this race here.
Going to be, I think we're going to see 4 laps to go. We go green. Raz,
ready for this. Yep.
Front row.
And the lights are about to go off on the pace car.
Aunt Kathy says if we have a repeat, she's sending them both to bed without any dessert.
Now, I want some of that lemon cheesecake, by the way.
Yeah.
Can't somebody take cheesecake and like airmail it next day delivery, and it would be fresh? It wouldn't be bad because you're 40,000 feet in the air. You're in the airplane. You're in the cold.
There's a way to do it. I just don't know. I just don't know all the specifics. But there's a way to do it.
But if you vacuum sealed it, like with a fiber wrap or something, right? All
right, here we go. Full Raz, Dylan Huffines. Green flag in the air. 4 laps to go.
May the best driver win. And remember, 2 overtimes if needed. Back to 1. Raz is gone. Huffines hung out to dry. Door to door. Denny, Garber, they fight for it. Anderson's right behind Denny as they go to 3.
Raz, Huffines, Denny, Garber, Anderson, your top 5 coming to 3 laps to go. 2.25 miles. Whoa, contact between Olsen and Bloom. Stay green. There's a look at Caden Anderson. Inside, taking a peek there on Casey Garber. 3-car battle for the podium, and that was your podium at the end of Nashville last week.
Yep. They'll work their way to the line. 2 remaining. They're about to go 3 wide. They'll hold it together with Raz, Huffines, Denny, Garber, Anderson. No one break it out of line. Denny, the 64, the Pebbles car, the red 137 of Anderson. Keep an eye on them, but meanwhile, the leaders of Raz and Huffines will come to the CRN 1 to go. 1 more lap remaining. Final time in the turn
Huffines give him up. Here he comes inside, final turn.
He's trying to come
down
after
the backstretch for the final time. They're side by side.
Oh!
It's loose.
Oh, he got
to the line. It's gonna be.
They got it.
I think it was Huffines. I think it was Huffines.
Oh my! Oh goodness!
Dylan Huffines comes away. I think it was Dylan Huffines. We wait for scoring.
0.01. The interval at the line between Huffines and Raz. Are you kidding me? My.
Finish. And Dylan Huffines Dilly gets it done on a huge last lap pass, and the Northwest High Five short track style going on. Brock Denny celebrating the third place, but Dylan Huffines pulls it off.
The Northwest High Five salute is about to go down. And look at that. Okay, so let's explain, Greg. So timing and scoring for iRacing for us shows a 0.0001, but they kind of break it down correctly on the broadcast with a 0.008. That's still close. Holy cow. Over Huffines winning round.
Thousandths of a second.
Yes. 8/1000. 0.008. Yes, sir. Brock Denny third. Kenneth Garber fourth. Caden Anderson will finish fifth. Ortega, Bloom, Garber, Ollison, Lemke, the top 10.
Coming home in the 11th position is where you'll find TK, Tyler Kim, Pitter Patter, Let's Get At Her, Daryl Tidrick with a 12th place finish in the 45. How about Zach Rush? Missed the heat race and fights his way up to 13th position. Terry Ackerman and David Cannon round out the top 15. Big Bird Eric Cheney, Dana Rogers, Chris Kamari, Austin Ackerman, Dan Lowther, your top 20. Wesley, who rounds out the field.
Yeah, the rest of the rundown includes Bryce Beatty, Troy Daggett, Briar Reynolds with some bad luck. Obviously, Bryce Clark again with problems. Kyle Matthews, Toby Ritters in the back. And, of course, Alex Duda did not even take the green flag of the 27 attempted starters. Well, Greg, I'm going to let you go, buddy. I know you said you got to get ready to prepare for your next day, a busy day. I'll handle post-race, but your thoughts of tonight's event, man. Round 7 in the books, and it's on to 3 more rounds, round 8 next week.
Oh, man, what a race. What a finish between Dylan Huffines and Cole Raz. Huffines with the move at the end, timed it perfectly. He gets it done. Dylan Huffines, his first win in Northwest Pro Late competition, and it's been a while since we've seen Dilly in victory lane, so good for him. What a battle between him and Cole Raz. Brock Denny able to hang on for third. Man, what a great race. And yeah, I got to do some stuff for the real-life job. Had to take home a little bit of paperwork to wrap up, so I got to go get started on that because that's going to take me about an hour. But hey, we'll see you guys next Tuesday. We're getting down to nitty-gritty here. Wesley, it's been fun, and I can't wait for next race.
Certainly, buddy. Always fun working with you. He's Greg Rentz. I'm Wesley Outland. We will step away, and when we come back, we will hear from those on the podium that include Brock Denny, winner last week sweeping Nashville, Cole Raz, and Dylan Huffines, who wins by 8/1000 of a second at the stripe. What a finish. One for the ages in the closest history of Northwest Racing Series competition. We're back for post-race presented by Finish Line in a moment. And it's now time for the Finish Line post-race wrap-up show after round 7. By the way, Finish Line returns tomorrow. New time, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 Central, 11 a.m. Pacific. Guests include Bubba Pollard picking up the win at New Smyrna, Kyle Lynch, the 12th annual New Year's Bash champion, Caden Honeycutt now joining Bobby McCartney on the Cars Tour with Autos by Nelson Racing, Amber Balkin, who'll be running NASCAR and the ARCA Menard Series full-time, Cody King and Peyton Freeman from MPM Marketing. All of them tomorrow, Fox Sports Radio, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, and you can watch also on the LSRTV Productions. But if we do have technical issues, it will just be the radio call only. So I'll just go ahead and throw that out there. But hopefully we can cross our fingers and have something done there. So, hey, grab our top three. Brock Denny, you finished third after dominating Nashville last week. And, yeah, Anderson was around you. Your take of this race, very caution-filled. You settle on the podium for third.
Yeah, it was more cautions than we like to see. I don't know, it was hard to pass. Even if the car in front of you made a mistake, it was still hard to get by him. Like, I don't know, it was just hard. You just had to be patient and, I guess, wait for your best shot.
Was there ever any time that you thought Anderson's going to bonsai you, hit you, Nashville's flashbacks coming back, or do you think you pretty much had, 7 days to cool off and just come out here and do what you got to do?
No, I don't. There was a problem. I don't know. There was a iffy spot at the beginning of the race, but it don't matter.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. Well, definitely an interesting night for you, bud. A good night for you points-wise in the top three, and we'll move on to the next one next week. Bud, thanks your sponsors.
I forgot to change my paint scheme, so it's just Fruity Pebbles again.
I always love those Fruity Pebbles. Always good to have breakfast in the morning for sure.
Yeah.
So there you go. Brock Denny will settle for the number 3 position, runner-up in the race. Of course, number 21, Cole Raz. Raz, man, what a battle. You were so close. You and Huff Fines battling to the finish. 8/1000ths of a second. You come up short, but you went back it off. What a battle you guys did racing each other.
Yeah, I mean, that's a entertainment race for the fans. Obviously, I wish to be on the other foot of it, but at the end of the day, he had to do what he had to do to get in victory lane, and, we came up one spot short.
Yeah, that last lap, man, what's going through your mind when you guys send it off into turn one, you get the white flag, all bets are off, and the way you guys raced each other side by side, bumping, banging, couldn't ask for anything better.
Well, I could definitely wish for something better. I mean, nothing's going to be good enough when you finish in second. But, yeah, I mean, I was expecting it. I mean, I didn't have no security the whole race on entry, so I was just really trying to get comfortable and finally got in a rhythm there before the yellow there with about 5 to go. So, you live and you learn and move on to the next one.
On to the next one, round 8 next week. Thank your sponsors, buddy. We'll let you go.
Yeah, big thank you to Master Ranch, Wells Johnson, LSRTV, and, the group of guys that put this series on. And, yeah, RKM setups, and everyone that tuned in tonight.
Man, I know you're getting ready for Irwindale here in a couple of weeks for the Winter Showdown.
Yep, heading over there for the All-Star Showdown. Got a big payday there that we're going to go try and bring back to Oregon.
There you go. There's the thoughts of the Oregon native Raz, and of course in the SORL Southwest Tour. And again, he'll settle for second here tonight, 8/1000ths of a second to this man who picks up the win. The number 7, Dylan Huff Fines. Dilly, man, what a race, what a battle, what a finish. Your take of things, man. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. It was definitely a tough race. Everyone was really, really close, and it was super hard to pass. Cole was better than me in some spots. I was better than him in some spots, and I really don't like winning that way, but I think it was still pretty clean there at the end. I mean, Cole did a great job. It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, it certainly was a lot of fun, man, and you were right there. You counted the most, might I say, man. You did exactly what you needed to do, and this is obviously, I would say, in all the Northwest races I've had the privilege of calling, one of the closest finishes ever in Northwest racing competition, and that's with the Pro late models tonight, the Cup, the Trucks, the ARCA. Man, this is one for the ages for sure. This race, though caution field, definitely lived up to the hype in the end.
Yeah, for sure. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I literally ran my best lap on lap 73 there at the end of the race. I don't know. It was just a lot of fun.
Well, Bud, congratulations to you. Before we let you go, man, thank your sponsors for me.
I want to give a shout out to Haley Manufacturing and Vincent Enterprises, and that's about it right now.
All right, well, there's the thoughts of Dylan Huffines. He picks up the win here in round 7 here tonight at USA International. And that will wrap up the finish line post-race wrap-up. Remember, tomorrow morning is not the show. It's the afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 Central, 11 a.m. Pacific on LSRTV Productions and all of our crew on Fox Sports Radio affiliates in the Carolinas. And that is going to wrap up our coverage here. Round number 7 is done. Round 8, 3 remaining. And then we move in again to the new season for Northwest Racing Series action. Go to Facebook, follow them at LSRTV, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And, of course, for Greg Rance, I'm Wesley Outland. Thanks again for LSRTV, Rocket Media, Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten. Thank you for all you fans for watching.